Ready to go.
Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today our goal is to get the tires and wheels back on the go-kart. And we're going to find a surprise along the way that I didn't see coming. This go-kart's a little cooler than we thought it was. But when we do the tires and wheels, I haven't shown this yet, but I use a little Harbor Freight mini tire changer when I change the tires. So we're going to go ahead and watch the tire take off and reinstall process. It's pretty easy with this little tire changer. It works better than you might think. So let's get started. And the bearings on this are definitely a mess. That bearing looks okay. It's just out. Inside bearing leaves a little bit to be desired. Okay, while we're doing tires on the go-kart, I just wanted to show you guys, I got the little, this is the little Harbor Freight tire changer. And I'll tell you what, I got this on the last go-kart, and I had a little bit of a time learning how to use it. But after you practice a little bit, this is a better toy than you think. For taking tires off and on little tires, the smaller the tire, the harder it is. The more of a pain in the neck it is. But this one, this rim has a dent in it, so I have to replace it. And I didn't realize it until I went to put the bearings in. So let's take the tire off. And you can see I used a little WD-40 for lubrication. And I've done a few of these. And that's just how hard it is. The only thing this is really good for, you see I'm using a tire iron. I'm not using a part that came with it. But now to get the other bead. Oh, no, we don't even want to do that. We just leave it on and do it from this side. Now to get the tire the rest of the way off, we're going to spray it again with WD-40. People like dish soap and all that stuff, and that's fine, but this is what I use. Now I had this one ready to go, so I already had the tube in it. Let's get that out of there. Okay, now we've got the valve out. It should come out a little bit easier. Okay, so we've got the bottom of the tire off. Or I'm sorry, the top of the tire. So now we'll spray the bottom. Like I said, some people use dish soap or whatever, and that's fine. Just while I was doing it, I had the WD-40 can sitting here the first time I did it and tried it, and it worked good. Okay, now I'm going to hold it still there, or I'm going to try to. There we go. And the tire comes off that easy. Instead of waiting, I went and found one of the front wheels that we're going to use. This will be one of the front wheels on the go-kart. So the first thing we're going to do is get that in. We'll put our two plastic sleeves in. Oh. Then we're going to put our bar in. Notice it's got a flat spot here. So we're going to put flat spot down. Spin it and tighten it down. This is a little bit trickier, but it's still not that hard. And now what you want to do is get this on the edge here and the tire on the outside of this and pretty much just spin it around. They're still nice and wet from before. And it belongs on this rim. So there you go. And oh, jumped off. And it's just that easy. Now I'll get this out and do the top one, which is just a matter of getting the tire back over the edge again. Hold it still with one hand, spin with the other. Whoops. And the more you lubricate it, the easier it goes. And believe me, the first 3 times I tried this, it didn't go nearly this easy. We're almost there. Let's go over this side and pop her the rest of the way on. And there you go. You just changed the tire in a minute flat, or maybe 2 minutes flat. When I got this go-kart, I knew it was a one-wheel drive go-kart and didn't think much of it. But then when I got a closer look at it, when I was getting ready to rethread the rod here, I looked at this and realized this is a live axle go-kart. And for you not go-kart people, that means it's two-wheel drive instead of one-wheel drive. So these people didn't even realize what they had. they actually had bearings on that wheel instead of the correct wheel. So we're going to take the tire back off and head for Go Power Sports and get ourselves a new tire and a new rim. Now you'll notice the axle, the hole looks a little bit short right now. That's because this axle will slide back and forth inside. So we're going to pull the axle back this way, but not too far. There we go. Now we've got the drive wheel on, so let's move over to the other side. Now I had one tire that for the life of me I could not get the bead to set. 3 out of 4 were easy peasy. And the last one, I had to go talk to Aaron about that one, and he took care of me.
Yes, sir. Went ahead and put it on my tire machine there. Gave it a little bit of boost from, you know, our Super Jetstream tire machine. And boom, here we go.
See, I don't have a Super Jetstream tire machine, but he does.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, let's put her on the ground. It's finally time to see what she got. Since we changed wheels, we're going to have to shim up the drive wheel on the right side because the shaft itself in the wheel is shorter than the one that came with it by about 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. So I can just add a few shims in there and we'll be good to go. So on you new people out there, if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. It's free and it's what we work for. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for the ride around.